It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
And welcome to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Milton Glueck along with Mark Peterson. Dr. Calvin Finch will be here momentarily. And your questions when you come by and visit with us at 1604 on Bulverde Road, or when you call us at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. How you doing, Mark?
I was wondering if you had a little trouble there with your microphone.
Yeah, it was kind of cutting out and stuff. I don't know what the scoop was.
All right.
Better? Or is it still cutting out?
No.
What?
I thought it cut out for one more time.
No, I don't know. I'm not hearing the cutout. But if you hear it, tell me.
What?
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
Not funny. Not funny at all. I'll panic. I will. Don't make me. All right. Well, 210-308-8867 is our number, and you want to give us a call. All right. Are you ready? Oh, good. Okay. I'll plug you in. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. There we go, Calvin. You're plugged in. All righty. So what you up to besides cutting out?
Well, I had some research to do yesterday. A gentleman wanted to know about.
That's right.
About reproduction of bay laurel.
Yeah.
Or bay tree. And so air layering is an acceptable form.
Okay.
Reproduction, seeds, and cuttings. Now, he said he had a little trouble with the cuttings. They should be done in late fall, or late summer, early fall. So I'm saying September would be a good time to do them.
To do the air layering?
Yeah. No, to do the cuttings.
Okay.
And it is semi-soft wood, so that means the
okay.
upper portion of the branch of the new growth.
So is it a better time because it's cooler? Is it a better time because the tree has the new wood on it?
No, I think it has to do with hormones that are being produced in the tree.
Okay.
All those gibberellins and auxins.
That means nothing to me.
I know. That's why I said it.
Hi. No, you're okay. Did you have a question? Can we ask it on the air? We're doing our radio show. You're okay. No. What's your question? Is there a plant question, or are you just looking for something? Looking for trees. Okay, so let me steer you in the right direction.
Around the corner is where the fruit trees begin, and then the larger trees are on the other side of the pavement.
All right. 210-308. At least we didn't get asked about the bathroom. We get that question a lot. All right, 210-308-8867. Al says, according to NOAA's weather radio site, 20% chance of thunderstorms today.
Today?
That's what Al says.
Oh, wow. I was planning on tomorrow.
Okay.
20%? That isn't much per percent.
Right now, I'll take anything.
Let's relish the 20%.
Well, I'm amazed that we made it to get the show going. We had a lot of customers.
A lot of questions off the air. Yeah, you want to discuss some of those?
Yeah, especially the last one. Mark identified we had a damage to a white oak. What kind of white oak was that?
It was Mexican white oak, a.k.a. Monterey oak.
Yeah.
And, yes, there was lots of stippling. That means lots of light, very pale green to yellow patches all along the leaf.
I identified it as kind of a spider mite look.
Right. So it's
Mark said it could be aphids too.
Yeah, could be a combination. Regardless, a sucking insect. But lo and behold, it had lady beetles, ladybugs on that, and when they are present, they both their immature forms. That's what the shell was. That was the immature form.
How about the color?
And I don't know which one it is. Maybe somebody with some beetle background. This one was the dark dark
Yeah.
black or black red with dark red spots. Two spots.
In fact, I identified it at the beginning as I kind of took it for granted it was one of the beetles. You know, we've been hearing so much about the beetles causing damage on oak trees, but then after a while, I kind of figured out that spider mite type
They twice
damage would not be
lady
caused by
beetle.
the beetles.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Ooh.
Is it very dark with two blood red spots on it?
Let's see. Hang on. Let's open up the picture a little bit more. But what a name. The twice stabbed lady. Yeah, I can't. The pictures, I can't get a better picture than that right now. So that's hard to tell.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Well, but that was the.
Should I see what it says about them? They're small, shiny black insects with two prominent red spots on their wing covers.
Yeah.
They're beneficial insects, feeding on aphids, mealybugs, and especially scale insects.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yes.
No, it's all good.
Is that helpful? Okay. Here's a picture. Look.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay, cool.
Show Calvin, because
Okay, here you go,
he
Calvin.
also saw some of it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, there we go.
And that surprised me because I wasn't familiar with this ladybug, but lucky that we kind of discussed it further and thought about it, and then Mark made that diagnosis.
Yeah,
Because we were debating whether it would be spraying. Well, of course, at this point, the spray is not going to accomplish anything.
it had some of the immature forms on there, and they eat as well. They're voracious eaters as well. So some of our native predators are wonderful. The lacewing, in its juvenile form, is a very voracious predator. The ladybugs.
I'm going to move this just a little bit.
Can you get me there?
There you go. I got you.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there.
Am
Just
I there?
very low. I got you.
I'm always low.
No, why so low?
I don't know.
So is there going to be a leaf drop early or anything?
So my parting words were, there will be pale spots, yellow spots on the leaves, and they may fall off premature.
Hey.
But that doesn't mean the tree is in any danger. And because there's the evidence of natural predators, I would definitely not ever spray it.
Yeah.
And it was a big tree to begin with. You and I both agree that big trees should not be sprayed.
Well, and it was hard to detect the original cause, the original insect cause of the problem. So, but it looked like it was past anyway.
Yes, I agree.
So that was interesting. And before that, had a real unusual one. We had a fig.
Yeah, well, I like what Mark said. Mark's parting words were to the person who had the problem were, I don't think you need to do anything about it. It looks like they're doing all the work for you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's the oak. And then the...
okay, talk about the figs. That lady with the figs.
Yeah, the figs.
I think hopefully she's listening. Are you listening, fig lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you did her name? Do you remember her name?
No.
Okay.
But she was watering like every other day.
Okay.
And, figs take a lot of water. But my first reaction was that the leaf folding up and browning was caused by sogginess.
Maybe describe the symptoms.
But, well, it was a relatively newly planted, like a year old.
Okay.
And had produced fruit.
Mm-hmm. She brought some of the figs.
Leaves.
The figs had kind of browned up too and dried up.
Yeah, that's the second crop.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so then
the leaves were all kind of folded over each other and crinkling.
Well, and it was typical, like we had talked about, I think yesterday, about when a person sees that, a gardener sees that reaction upon the plant, they give them more water.
Yeah.
Well, then the discussion went on a little further, and I began wondered too that the symptom which we've brought up many times, both the drought, the symptom from too little water and too much water can be pretty much the same. And it almost looked to me like that this was one of those root ball dryouts.
Oh.
And because with the weather history we've had, and then the production she had from figs, there's probably a pretty good potential that the roots did not develop as much as we would expect. So it didn't help that she was watering frequently and maybe not deeply. So we kind of determined that some more exploration was required, and do some digging into that root ball, make sure that water. And then the other thing was, I said, cut back water significantly, but she got real uncomfortable when I said once a week, so we compromised on twice a week. But the real issue was make sure the water is getting in the root ball.
I was going to say, so once a week, but really deep.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the prognosis that if that is the problem with just a controlled water, it'll kind of perk back up? I think figs are pretty tough, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And hers were showing some foliage.
Good.
Growth at the base.
Yeah, I was going to say probably a little new growth.
Okay.
If we're starting to water properly at this time of year.
So that reinforced the idea too that some water was getting there, but there was not enough potential. Maybe not enough water to support that large foliage they had, and also the new growth with this climate we had. So that was kind of an interesting discussion, and I think was useful for her in terms of the make sure, which is an issue we try to break up, make sure that the water is adequate and is going into the right place, and that the plant is capable of utilizing water. Watering frequently but shallowly on a tree that's like a fig that's producing fruit is not the answer. The answer is water. Well, once a week is pretty generous even, but at least once every 2 weeks, and the water makes sure it gets to the whole root system, and that it is a whole root system, not just a limited root system. The remnants of the newly planted root ball, that needs the water to get right in there, and then the water needs to be used for that plant to expand.
Okay.
So that was real interesting discussion.
Yeah, you look like you're really into it, kind of getting into the detective work that was going into it, which was cool, watching you do all that. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. She was going to call in. I hope she calls in, discusses it. Maybe she's listening to us. But
she's going to call in.
Or discuss something else?
When we get some results, when she does. She and her son do a little exploration of that root ball.
Okay.
And then see if she can move the soil a little bit, and that the water can penetrate for sure into the root ball.
So, do roots, like, I'm trying to figure out how to ask the question. So I had this corn plant, and we had gotten it from someone, and it was just doing horribly. And we kind of pulled it up to replant it, and all the soil fell off of it. I mean, and it had like 2-inch roots just coming out from it. It looked horrible. So I kind of, potted it again and stuff. And now it looks like it's doing well. Do the roots really will they repair themselves pretty easily under good conditions?
Some plants.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the fig. I think the fig will.
Okay.
And a lot of the vegetables will, just like your corn. Tomatoes will.
Okay.
So, yeah, and in this state we're in now with this erratic rainfall, and extreme heat, we're faced with lots of those kind of situations.
Are you having a stroke? Or are you okay?
No, I was just thinking about talking about fluctuations in the state we're in. Kevin was saying.
Oh, okay.
We have 2.5 inches, 2.25 inches.
Oh, in
the month of August.
Oh dear.
It's right now. It's at 0.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking about that we need some rain.
Yeah.
Overall, over the year, we're 2.5 inches above the average. But most of it came in June.
Yeah.
For that
it was weird.
That big blast we had.
Yeah. All right. 210-308-8867 is our number. 210-308-8867. We'll take a quick break, and I'll tell you about the folks over at Prusky's in just a second. And then when we come back from the break, will you talk about your article?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, listen, if you're looking for advice on great tasting food to serve your family or yourself, you need to treat yourself to Prusky's Market. I'm telling you, hop in the car, get on over there to Highway 87, Atkins, Texas. You'll enjoy the trip. Turn on KLUP, listen to the talk, and you can listen to our show. Then head on over there. They close today at 5. But if you want great tasting beef, if you want all natural beef, Prusky's is the place to go. Yanta beef, and if you want great tasting poultry, I love the story that Edmund tells about someone who said, and actually Edmund is the price at Prusky's is fair. But yeah, he said someone came to him and said, "Oh, I can get this down the street," which there's a big box store down the street, for less than this. And he said, "Okay, well, you just try this one, and you see how you like it compared to the other one." And they came back and said, "Wow, this one has taste. I can taste the chicken. I've never had that before." So, yeah, if you remember how great meat used to taste and it doesn't taste that way for you, then you need to head on over to Prusky's for outstanding sausage, too. Delicious Polish sausage, kosciuszko.
You're getting better.
Oh, good. The wedding sausage and all kinds of stuff made right there at Prusky's. And you can talk to the butcher. That's what I like, the service you get to. Prusky's Market. Find them online at pruskysmeatmarket.com. That's pruskysmeatmarket.com. And you can even order online. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Be back in a moment when Calvin will tell you what he wrote about in the San Antonio Express News. Back after this on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867. We'll do a little segue here. Not as many butterflies, I don't think, today.
Not yet.
Not yet. You think more as the day goes on?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So what'd you write about, Calvin?
I wrote about, what would your guess be?
Butterflies?
Butterflies, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the main title is that they're not monarchs out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, we talked about it yesterday, there was a huge population or different varieties of flying out there, and a lot of them did look like, basically looked like monarchs. But the main butterflies were queens, which are, I call them a cousin.
Yeah.
The monarchs, they're like monarchs, and they also do their egg laying on milkweeds, just like the monarchs. So that's major emphasis in the article. And then the other one, Gulf fritillaries, another one that has that.
Yeah, what was the blue one that you were so excited about?
Huh?
What was the blue and black one that you were so excited about?
Oh, about the pipevine swallowtail.
Pipevine, okay.
Yeah, and that's like the black swallowtail too. The black swallowtail is the one that will attack your parsley and all your other herbs.
Dill.
And fennel, and then
parsley.
Yeah, but not sage.
Rosemary.
It doesn't like rosemary either.
Or
thyme.
Okay, sorry. Look, Calvin's not laughing at all.
No, you guys. Start,
we are.
Once you start this, you get me confused.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But the pipevine swallowtail is relays its eggs on the and the caterpillars eat the foliage on pipe vine, the whole big family of vines and kind of strange-looking plants.
Yes. I'm trying to remember the name. It's something Aristokia or something.
Yeah. That's the main family.
Yeah. So I was like saying that word.
Yeah, no kidding. Makes you sound smart.
But
Aristokia?
Something like that. I think there's another syllable or another letter in there.
So. The unusual thing is that it is one of the most common ones around here. A lot of times, and I have to admit, I make this error. It's easier just to call everything black swallowtails that are. But the pipe vine is the one that's got that glow in the dark blue on the bottom half of the wings. So you see that. That's quite common. And then the other one we wrote about, of course, we had to write about the bordered patch because Milton has such an affection for them. Mm-hmm. They lay their eggs on the sunflower.
Yeah, and then they chew them all up.
Yeah, even if it's your precious lone large mammoth sunflower.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're not interested in the seeds. They are just interested in the foliage. But boy, they rip it up.
Strip it.
Pretty good.
There are only a few little veins of juice left. I mean, they're sticking out. Forlorn.
Yeah, I was forlorn. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry. Ooh, there's something cool. What is that? Is that a queen?
Queen, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they'll be in here in I suspect that we'll have the same number of butterflies.
Okay.
Today, and then there's the one with the long tail. That's over in loves the lantanas. That there's one there already. And let's see. Oh, the other one that we talked about yesterday. We didn't spend a lot of time talking about it, but it was the one that's real popular. Is the largest swallowtail, the giant swallowtail.
Oh. Yeah. Now, did you just in the article you just kind of go over the different types, or do you tell how to attract them, or?
We try to give we talk about what they look like, and we try to mention the nectar plants.
Okay.
That they are attracted to. One of the things when we're talking about butterflies, I like to emphasize that there's several important issues. They quite often have unique plants or plants that they'll lay their eggs on, but not a lot of them. Yeah, it's just like the monarchs only on the milkweeds, and the queens on the milkweeds, and the Gulf fritillaries on the passion vines. And then your favorite
why does he keep bringing it up?
Sunflowers.
Why won't he let it go?
I'm
trying to.
The giant swallowtail.
Yes.
That giant goes after lays its eggs on the citrus.
Yeah.
If you got a grapefruit or a lemon or one of them, that you can quite often expect them. And then of course. Its caterpillar is really pretty distinctive because it does look like bird poop. And the thing about the giant swallowtail, it's not like the black swallowtail where they land on your herbs and lay their eggs, and you can expect them to eat all that foliage off in a couple of days. The giant swallowtail, usually you'll just find one or two caterpillars on your big citrus.
I would say it takes like four leaves, maybe max.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you can usually afford to let the giant swallowtail caterpillars reach maturity because they're so attractive, and they don't do a lot of damage. So if you find those on your citrus, go ahead and let them. And then there's another one that resembles, that Mark has done some research on, that resembles the giant swallowtail, although it's got a different wing pattern and the black. It's large, it's golden, and it's got those black borders on it, but absolutely a different pattern than the large butterfly. Yeah, milkweed. And help me, Mark. The swallowtails.
Yeah.
And this one is just kind of the opposite too. It does not very selective.
It's not selective at all. Various trees, including hackberries, are hosts for this particular one, and we should encourage it more. But I love it. What I was doing was the hand signals for green alligators and long-necked geese, humpback llamas, and chimpanzees. Cats and rats and elephants. And sure as you're born.
Now,
you'll never see a unicorn.
Thank you, Mark.
Now here's all our queens have returned over there to the tropical milkweeds. Gosh, gosh. I can see 8 right from here.
Yeah. Some of the adults are on the getting nectar from the lantanas. That we have there, and I've seen some of the on the kufias. We have 2 types of kufias here.
Now, if you want to share viewing these butterflies with us, it's worth it to make your trip to Milberger's because of all the plants that are here that attract them. And then we have the certified butterfly garden over there, and it's loaded with all the butterflies we've talked about too, and. They're laying eggs, and they're also flying about. And you can kind of get a look at. You can have plant the plants to attract butterflies, both the place for them to lay eggs, but also for the nectar plants, and have a combination of plants and the layout of plants that's very attractive. You can see that when you look at the certified butterfly garden, or even when you look at all the plants for sale here at Milberger's that are in bloom. Quite a few of them are in bloom and nectar sources.
Yeah, both host and nectar sources. I've frequently recommended people think of a big oval, ellipse, if you will.
Oh, this is an interesting question. Sorry.
So that you plant host plants and nectar plants in and amongst each other, kind of replicated on either side of the.
That's kind of a cool idea. Hey, but we got Patrick on the line at 210-308-8867, and he's got some native bee questions. Patrick, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. What's going on, man?
As I've talked to you guys a number of times, we have about 200 linear feet worth of the indigo spire sage, and if you go back 3 years ago, they were really literally full. Certainly in the morning and throughout the day with those small, rather docile texts of native bees. And they're all but gone. Over the last 3 years, they've just kind of disappeared. I know that we have a lot more bumblebees there now, not hundreds, but we have a lot of them. And then we also have, I guess they're hornets. I don't know if it's hornets or yellow jackets. Wasps. We have a lot of those throughout the wasps, maybe throughout the landscape. So I'm wondering what the natural predator for those bees were. And of course, it's always possible that we live out in the country, and so it's possible that the folks who come and do pest control around the house, spraying around the house, because I know these bees, they don't have a hive, they live underground. And I thought at one point, well, was their nest or whatever you would call it, were they underground, not right near the house? And somehow by treating the house for bugs, we drove them off. So I have no idea what we did, and God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So I thought I would just call you guys and hear what you had to say.
Well, those are a lot of unanswered questions, and that's what exists out there on the bee situation.
Okay.
Not only those things you mentioned, there's diseases that the researchers don't know a lot yet about what specifically is reducing the populations and which is reducing the population. And is it a permanent or a real threat, or is it just a fluctuation in the general? Like we're seeing that in the butterflies too, but in the bees, there seems to be less affection for the bees than for the butterflies. So the research, I think, is, other than the fact that the bees, we're trying to make sure everybody understands how important the bees are for pollination, but also the bees produce, the European bees produce the honey, so they do get some attention there, and that population is really juggled. But part of it is diseases, part of it is probably pesticides.
Yeah.
And sometimes we take away their homes or their nesting areas. So I'm thinking of, and you may have seen this, that some people put out a bunch of straws or piece of wood that have little holes drilled into them.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that. That's cool.
Yeah, those are, I know you have them in your house. Those are masonry bees, and those are, masonry and carpenter bees. And if anybody's seen them lately, you see lots of them on certain plants. They like to be certain plants. They're dark, black almost, and shiny. Very docile.
Is there anything Patrick can do to make his home more bee-friendly?
So, on that note, is make some carpenter bee homes, and you go online and see what they look like. Sometimes they're just pieces of 2x4, and
another thing you can do, Patrick, is there's at least one plant, coral vine, you could put out there.
Okay.
And you talk about an accurate determination of what the population is. If you got coral vine, you'll be able to, not only you'll see the European honeybees, but you'll see.
Yeah, he's talking about the natives too. Yeah.
You'll see.
What are the native bees?
So bumblebees, masonry bees, carpenter bees. There's a whole host of them.
10 or 12, probably, right?
So, and they are mostly solitary.
But but if you have if you have a coral vine, or if you have even lantanas, or the.
What about Mexican, the purple one, Mexican heather?
Oh yeah,
Is that the kufia? They love that.
Yes, so that's another kufia.
Okay,
and you can really make an assessment of what the population is like. But Mark makes a good point there. Because they are not there, because there's a lot. They're in individuals. And there's not the huge, massive populations moving like with the European honeybee. Sometimes we underestimate how many of them are out there in terms of a healthy population. But if you're interested in researching and counting, then you plant something like coral vine and then make a survey of the results.
Yeah. So what should Patrick...
I could tell you with certainty that we had 1,000. That would be 10, 80 plants, 10 on a plant. And
in the past years, and then they've all
at its peak, when you would go out there in the morning, you would have to raise your voice if you were talking. If you went out, if my wife and I went out there, we'd have to raise our voice because there were, it was a solid wall, right? It's about 100-foot line on each side of the driveway, 14 feet apart. So you had, you had about 80 plants, and you certainly had 10 on a plant when they were at their height in July, both the plant and, of course, the bee population. So it was loud. Now, if you go out there, you can see some of these the smaller native bees, and I mean they are very docile. You can, tap them with your fingernail. They're not going to be aggressive. So they were. I never got bit working in the plants over 5 years, but then, like I said at the beginning of this, rapid decline. This summer, last summer, may have begun. What are we in? 20 may have begun in 23. I'm not sure, but certainly in 24, we were thinking they were all gone. And then when we looked really close, we would see some of them in some of the bushes. We would see a few in a few of the bushes, as opposed to an average of maybe 10 plus in each bush.
Do you think it's something that Patrick did, or do you think it's just a sign, impact of something bigger?
Well, I think Patrick's got a good laboratory there to do a survey, to record that data, because we've brought it. We've noticed that the butterfly population in August is much higher than it was in July, and and you're talking about so it'd be interesting to have the data that you talked about. This is how many we saw in January.
We could do that.
March. Yeah.
What about the impact of the drought?
Yeah, there you go. That's just what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Don't forget about the weather. And so there's drought and freezes, and that will have an impact.
And that requires, that's what just why I mentioned originally, that requires some long-term data, more than 1 year or more than 2 months.
Oh, yeah. And it's not the water that's the problem. It's the fact that plants are kind of hunkered down, and in the drought, maybe there's fewer nectar sources or pollen sources. That's what I'm
saying. It's both the freezes and the droughts.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know. That's the answer.
Oh, okay.
And just one last word for everyone is nature likes a messy landscape, not a nice, clean one.
Oh, man. Okay.
And I suspect that our bees are just as independent and
go bees
as our monarchs are too. Mm. About the time we say this is the population has dropped, and this is why it's dropped, then they reverse it, and the migration starts again, and it seems like humans, you just mind your own business and be careful, don't spray all those pesticides, and we'll just keep pollinating your plants for you.
Patrick, I hope that helps.
Hey, Patrick, keep us informed,
will you?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. Seriously, it's really easy. I have a whole checklist of things to do on the first day of the first weekend each month. And so
very good.
What we could do is we would just take a single bush, and then it's easy to count on one bush, roughly how many bees are there. So, that's easy to do. I appreciate the impact.
Sounds great.
Thank you, man. All right, we got to take a quick break. Give us a call, 210-308-8867. Great question, Patrick. 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Come by. And it's weird today. I don't know. Calvin's going to disagree with me probably, but I do think although the temperature may even be warmer, it doesn't feel as bad today. It feels kind of warm, but not like not stifling.
Yeah, there is a little air movement.
Yeah,
but the humidity
maybe not as humid. I don't know.
This seems pretty humid.
Okay. Well, what else, gentlemen? What else in the gardening world, or you want me to?
No. Again, we mentioned a couple of times, and Calvin wrote in the things to do.
Yeah.
But if you haven't planted some things in your garden yet, this is a wonderful opportunity to prepare the bed,
All right.
vegetable bed.
How do I prepare the bed?
Last month I said January or July was a great month for planning.
Planning.
Now this is
fall is for planting.
Preparing.
Summer, autumn is for planning.
Yeah, we're preparing now.
Okay.
Planning to preparing to planting.
Okay, so let's see. So what's the first thing we're going to do? Let's take this step by step. We're going to decide what bed we're going to do?
Well, we need some compost.
Okay, so we're going to get some compost.
I suspect that 9 out of 10 of the gardens of the folks that are in our audience have not had a refreshing compost addition for,
right,
as far as I can remember, for 10 years or so.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And so, yeah, that really makes a difference. Now, I don't want to, most people say, I thought you guys said that there wasn't a lot of nutrients in that compost. Well, it's not like the 1959 fertilizer, but what it does is it's got makes everything more efficient.
Yes.
Air movement,
okay.
gas movement, and the nutrient efficiency, and it is necessary if you're going to maximize the production. Oh, and compaction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us have to deal with soil compaction in our garden as that organic material disappears.
Now,
so you want 2 inches
of compost,
and work into the 2 inches or more. Work into the soil.
Okay. Now, do I do anything to the bed prior to doing the compost? Am I weeding it? Am I sterilizing it, like people will say, to put cardboard over it and all that?
Well, you don't want to have the weeds there, but you can, if you got a few weeds, you just turn them over in the soil, or you just throw them into the compost pile, the new compost pile.
I like the turning over. Or do they come back if I turn them over in the soil?
Well, see, that's a problem sometimes when you rototill or spade in, that releases the weed seeds.
Oh.
But you take the gain from the compost and deal with the weeds.
Okay.
And then the next step, that I recommend is that you use some of that slow release lawn fertilizer, 1959, and I always say 10 cups per 100 square feet of bed, and it's got 50% fast release nitrogen and 50% slow release, so you're going to have plenty of nitrogen available for the vegetables, the seeded and the transplants. At the beginning, if you plant about September 1st, and then you've got more nutrients, nitrogen available as the plants mature. And things like tomatoes and the green spinach and leafy greens, they're big nitrogen users. So you do, if you're going to be successful with them, you do need plenty of nitrogen available. So that's always a good first step in that, preparing for the fall vegetable garden.
Okay. So compost, and then 1959. I work the 1959 into the soil, or I'm just putting it on top?
Either way.
Either way? Okay.
But it gets worked in the soil, and especially if you water it in.
Yes. So the third thing may be watering everything in, a good soaking.
Okay. What about mulching the bed or doing anything like that?
Well, you wait until you plant. Generally wait till you plant.
Okay, I'm just asking. Cool.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people put mulch over trees and things like that. That's great.
Oh.
Please water the area first. The mulch is acting like a sealant.
Oh.
So.
Oh gosh,
if you put the mulch down, and I recommend only 1.5 inches, but other people recommend a lot more. And what we find is that if you water that and you don't water it prior to, or don't water enough after you've laid the mulch down, the wood chips absorb all the water, and you have limited amount of water going in the ground.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Well, you can even see
how much just that deep watering before you. Okay.
You can even see that if you've got containers and you see this rain coming down, and then you see how the leaves of the hibiscus or whatever it is, it just sends the water out to the side rather than into the soil, or some of it, if you get mulch like Mark mentioned, that it just blocks it there, and especially if it was like that shallow watering that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
you want to have that soil serious moisture when you begin the gardening, and then if you mulch and you have organic material, it's pretty efficient. And of course our friends at the San Antonio Water System like to hear that if you're going to do some serious gardening, if you can't postpone, make sure you're efficient. Follow the rules, but make sure you're efficient with the water you use.
What about pest management? Is there something I can do ahead of time to make it so my bed is less pest friendly?
Well, not on with the vegetable garden. That's a little hard to do, but it's certainly time to do that for your lawn.
Oh, okay.
Winter weeds.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's time to do pre-emergent?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Next weekend when it goes on sale. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it'll go on sale here.
Yeah.
I'm just maybe
Mark is
the word.
Mark is going to be in charge of that.
But it is coming up.
Mark makes a good point.
Yeah.
Because you want to make a decision on which pre-emergent pesticide you use.
Okay.
You want one that you can afford, and that there is quite a difference in price, and you want one that deals with the weeds you have. Mm-hmm. You got henbit and thistle and some dandelions.
You have grassy and broadweed.
Yeah.
And so
bed straw.
And so those are the ones you're looking for. Now, Crew is nice. The product called Crew.
Right.
It's nice because it has some pre-emergent herbicides for the broadleaf and grassy.
And even products that have dimension as an active ingredient, that's one that's they're usually less expensive, and they do a pretty fair job on both of those weeds too. And then Barricade is another one to look at.
And then the last one's Gallery, but that's strictly for broadleaves. So that's what I said. We like Dimension, Barricade, or Crew.
I'm sorry. I didn't see this. Hey, real quick, let's get Robert. And then if we have to hold him
Robert.
over. I'm so sorry, Robert. I didn't see it. Hey, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. Let's get you real quick, and we'll hold you over through the news if we need to. What's going on, Robert?
Yeah, I'd like to hold over. Yeah,
okay,
y'all get talking amongst yourselves, and God knows how long we sit on hold. It's amazing.
What's up, man?
I have quick on the bees. If you go online, there's 100 different mason bee ways to do mason bees, but I wanted to point out, regardless of what you do, you really need to buy the cardboard tubes that they sell.
Oh, okay.
I've had mason bee houses within 8 foot of each other on fence posts, and I just use 6x6 rough cedar, cut them in 18-foot sections, and drill, I don't know, probably 72 holes in each piece of cedar. You have to have a drill press to do that, but I've had them literally on the fence post 8 feet apart with the tubes, 30-40% full. Without the tubes, nothing.
What kind of bees are we talking about here? Do you have you named some of them?
Mason, I think.
No.
I do have a whole bunch of mason and carpenter bees.
Right. I did take some really neat video of a mason bees backing into the cardboard tubes, and I sent it over to Molly Keck, and she uses that in one of her presentations.
Oh, very cool. You'll have to send it to me, and I'll share it with these guys.
The tomato thing, just real quick, I'll try to get done before the news.
Okay.
I planted my tomatoes. I planted my tomato plants from 6-packs 3 weeks ago. I cover them with the same white freeze cloth. I use that as shade cloth. I do understand it's not shade cloth, but it's adequate. And I was taking my neighbor some celebrity plants this morning that when I planted my plants 3 weeks ago, they're at least 3 to 4 times bigger in the ground than the plants that are still sitting in the pots that I potted up.
Wow.
So being in the ground and shade protected, and I layer compost, mulch over that, all that stuff, drip irrigation. But all plants in the vegetable garden do better in the ground than in pots. I don't care, time and time again I see that. So just something to keep in mind, and it's not.
Well, we'll have to have a little contest on that.
Okay.
One of our bases of the potting up classes are that depending on the weather and when you do that, you can usually, at least it's competitive.
And Robert, you want to hang on a sec? Or
no, I'm good.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks,
man.
Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Good topic. And
Good information, though.
Yep, we'll be back in a moment on The Answer.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer.
And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer. 210-308-8867, or like a lot of folks now, suddenly everybody's over here at Milberger's, which is great, at 1604 on Bulverde Road. Come by and ask your gardening question in person. We'd love to talk with you. And any other comments? And Robert, again, I'm so sorry, man. I just didn't see the message that you were on there. But any other comments on Robert's thoughts on where do you get the tubes and stuff?
Oh, you can order them online.
Okay, what do I look for? I'm curious.
Well, that's the same as Mark talked about those. You can get it in form of those big chimneys.
These are, or you can say homes for masonry and carpenter bees.
Okay, I got natural bee tubes.
Tubes, there you go.
Oh, there you get a lot of them.
Yeah, so you can get different sizes.
Okay.
You can make your own, with drilling into a piece of wood.
Oh, okay. And
they like cedar.
And what did he say?
I have told you are the man that can answer a question.
Yeah, but we're doing a radio show. You want to be on the air with us? Come on over. Come on, get over. You'll do great. Okay.
So some people just use blocks of wood and things like that. But Robert's right. If you give a little help, they seem to thoroughly enjoy it.
They look like little straws.
Yes.
Well, and it's amazing how many different varieties will show
right.
up.
So the straws and tubes, they get multiple sizes.
Who squealed on us and said that we knew the answers? Okay.
Did they run away after they?
No, they didn't.
Okay. Well, you're on the air. How can we help you?
I needed to know what I can do to treat yard termites. They have little mud tunnels, and I'm going to be planting grass, so I want to make sure that my termites are gone before I plant grass.
Well,
right now they're munching weeds, which I'm okay with, but I need to make them go away.
Okay, they have a tendency to disappear, but they're easy to control with. The reason I'm saying this with some authority is that I was faced with at an office that I was at where they were coming sweeping across these big fields. Malathion deals with them really easy.
Is that something I can get here at Milberger's?
Oh, yes. Even there's some 7 now is available. But
So yeah, or if you want to go a little bit organic, you're going to go with. Now I just had memory.
Starts with an S.
Yes, it does.
Spinosad.
Thank you, gentlemen.
They're easy. They're easy to control. Now, Spinosad is an organic control that's pretty effective. It may be a little more expensive than the malathion.
Can I get that here as well?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Can you gentlemen write that down so that when I go back over there, I can
Calvin,
give her
you got a pen?
The name?
Okay, Mark's going to write it
because I'm not going to remember
I
that.
have a pen, but I don't have any.
Okay, I'll get you some paper. Hang on. Y'all talk to the nice lady for a second.
Okay, well, I can do it on this paper.
I've got a piece of paper.
Oh, she's got a piece of
right,
paper.
all right.
You came prepared. All right. So who do you want to write it down? Who has better penmanship?
Well, I'm left-handed, so that counts me out. But
okay, we'll give it to Calvin. All right. Here's the pen, and here she has the piece of paper. Well, thank you for coming on the air with us.
Well, I appreciate.
That's a good question, too.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of action on that.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes when it's really wet, we see them.
Well, and like I said, my bug people.
Don't forget, we need to.
I'm sorry, my bug people treated them, but if I can treat them, hopefully I can treat them as I'm getting rid of the weeds.
Yes, you can. Because, as Calvin mentioned, sometimes they go away. So they're not really persistent, and sometimes if you don't do anything, they'll go away.
Okay.
So, but if you take some action to it,
well, they'll
go away.
Well, they're heading towards the area where I do have grass, so that's why I definitely want to make them disappear before I plant.
And like Calvin said, he had experience on that.
And, any of these three should.
So what do you got there?
Can you read
Malathion?
my spinosad, which is the organic Mark mentioned.
Okay.
Malathion, which is the one we use on peach trees.
Yeah.
And 7 is one that we use in general on peach trees.
Those two sprays are very mild in comparison to some other ones.
Okay, and as far as when I treat them, do I need to do it not when it's raining or?
When
not
should she
that
do
we're
it?
going to be getting
rain. What is that rain?
Yeah. What is this rain you speak
20% chance.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that I don't treat them, and then if it does rain, I've got to treat them again.
Well, no, if it's as long as there's 4 hours between.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say 12,
Okay. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I
Cool.
appreciate
Thank you.
it.
See, they did know the answer.
However, and then another reminder.
Yes.
Always read the label twice.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do that.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you go. And like this nice woman, you can come by and ask your gardening question in person. Calvin will even write out some suggestions for you. Is that right, Calvin?
Yeah, handwriting even.
Yeah. Are you writing script or are you printing?
Oh, writing.
Good. Okay. Script, huh? All right. 210-308-8867.
What do you call that script, huh?
I guess. So you're doing cursive, right?
Cursive.
Cursive. There you go. Not cursing. He wasn't cursing at her. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. So other than helping the bees, because this is fascinating as I'm looking at the bee tubes.
I knew you would. That'd be a rabbit hole for
Well,
you.
that's a good idea if we can get Molly in there. Because
we'll talk to Molly.
As much interest as we got in the butterflies, it'd be great if we could get parallel kind of situation with the bees.
What will I notice with the bees? Like, is it just noticing like Robert with the video and the bees going in and out, or
Patrick with wasn't Patrick had bees too?
No,
it was Robert.
Robert had the bees,
okay.
but Patrick was losing the bees.
Yeah, well, Patrick, as Patrick said, he could hear them.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you can hear a buzz.
He's going to do his survey. That'll be cool.
Are they aggressive?
No. Our native solitary bees are not aggressive.
Okay.
Even our wasps and hornets are not that aggressive.
Yeah. It's just hornets are just mean.
Yeah,
now hornets are they're more yellow you have in a wasp, the angrier it is. So
and it's usually you don't get stung by one of those unless you accidentally, like if it's on a patio under the the support or the stairway or something, and you accidentally interfere.
That's not always the case. I know a person just walking, minding her own business, and some wasp stung her, or not a wasp, it was actually a hornet, stung her right in the forehead.
Ow.
Painful.
Well, then there's some people that are allergic to them, and they can't really afford to take that chance. But I've been lucky. All the bees that are like on my patio where that covered with the coral vine, it's just like they're. Yeah, as long as you keep that coral vine growing, we're not interested in bothering you.
Just a reminder, the brown and orange one, the paper wasps. If you don't bother them, they don't bother you.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about it is they actually hunt caterpillars and other pests.
That's right.
What was the trichogramma? Are those now established, or we have to introduce them every time?
So probably, if you want it to be effective organically with the trichogramma, these are wasps which are parasites on tent caterpillars and cankerworms and other types of
the
caterpillars.
pecan tree ones.
Yes, the tent caterpillars. The big
all right, we got another bee.
all right.
Talk here. John is on the line at 210-308-8867. John, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. What's going on, man?
Well, right before I make my comment, I want to give you something to think about. Yesterday, at the very end, I left you a message about asking questions about the life cycle of the
squash board.
I can't hear it. Can you?
Yeah, it's a little hard to hear you, John.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's what I was supposed to do.
Are you on your tractor?
I know it.
No.
But hold on a minute. Anyway, because the other thing I wanted to tell you while I can get it in is with regard to these tubes and bees, there are, I don't know how many different kinds of beneficial wasps use all these little tubes and openings like that as well. You leave any kind of hose or air nozzle or torch or anything with a little bitty tube on it anytime at all in the summer, it'll get clogged up with a little wasp putting its prey in there and laying its eggs, and then it caps off that tube. So using different sizes tubes all the way down to the smallest is going to help a lot of different stuff.
All right.
So,
yes,
now,
sir.
going back to the head researcher here, we didn't get anywhere yet, huh?
Mark, I think he's talking to you.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember last night what I was supposed to research on, and I can only remember the bay tree. I couldn't remember
What you do? Tie a string around something you use regularly.
Okay.
So, are you going to go any further? You ought to be able to figure it out yourself. That'll
Thank you, John. We appreciate you not going further. All right, man. Well, Mark,
all right,
I'll bug
get
him.
back to you. I will do the research.
Perfect. All right. 210-308-8867. James is on the line. Hey, James, welcome to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Sure.
Hey, I got a question. I'm so happy to be able to obtain the BHN, what is it, 968?
968. You got some?
I picked up 2 this week and 1 Ruby Crush. I've never grown either one, but I know Calvin talks about them a lot, so I was able to get them. What the tag didn't say, and I couldn't find on the internet anywhere, which one? The 968. I understand it's a dwarf or smaller tomato, and if I want to plant it in a container, is like a 7-gallon container large enough? Or do I need something?
Well, it'll take. If you want to get a maximum production out of it, it
Right.
will. To its credit, it will survive and produce something in almost any size. But yeah, if you get 15 or larger, it'll do much better. I like it best if it's in a 20 gallon or larger.
Okay, I think I have some.
They respond. What they can do, they can put up with the heat, and they can if they get set back a little bit, like they wilt, they'll recover pretty quickly when you can get some water to them.
That's good to know.
They're pretty amazing. Yeah, they are they are a determinate, so they don't get huge. Famous last words. So some gardeners have had them relatively large.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because when I Googled it, and I forgot you had said that, it said it's called the Dwarf Cherry Surprise, and then when I saw dwarf, I didn't know, and I couldn't find in this article if that meant the plant stature or the fruit is real small.
The fruit, I think that was emphasis on the fruit, but the plant is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. So which one of those two get larger, the Ruby Crush or the other one, the 968? I got two different sizes.
Gosh. I'm trying to think of the years that I've planted both of them.
Okay.
It depends on the conditions a little bit, but I think they're about the same size.
Yeah, they're about the same. Although I was going to go Ruby Crush, probably a little bit bigger, but
Ruby Crush
it's about the same.
Ruby
the
Crush
reason
may
why
last a little longer too into the season.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why.
That's interesting.
The reason why I asked, because last fall I planted a Sweet 100 in the ground on a fence panel between two gates, and this thing just took over the whole fence.
Yeah.
And so I want to try to avoid that because I was having problems opening one of the gates without damaging the tomato so much. Yeah. So does this one get as big as the Sweet 100? Because if it does, I don't want to plant it in that same location if I put it in the ground, the Ruby Crush.
No, not my experience. But Sweet 100's pretty aggressive too. But
I'd never grown it before. Yeah, I was kind of surprised with how it just took off and just took over the whole fence. It seemed like, very prolific. Okay, so I already made a mistake because I planted one of the 2 evenings ago. I planted the 968 in a container that I think is around 7.5 gallons. So I guess I can just scoop it up and put it in a larger container. It should be okay.
I would, if you're going to take advantage of the fruit quality of the 968. It should be in a little larger than that.
Okay, that's what I needed. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks.
Did you get more rain, James?
No, it's been dry this week. I have been watering the. Everything's gone from green to brown in a couple of weeks. It's amazing.
And if listeners who don't know, James used to call, it got rain every day here. I don't know what to do.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
Okay,
yes.
All right.
When none of us were getting water, but he was.
Yeah, James was, so we give him a hard time. Thank you, James.
Bye, James.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
hope it's okay. 210-308-8867. Good questions on the tomatoes. 210-308-8867. We are going to take a quick break and come back in a moment. Got more Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867 is our number. 210-308-8867. And if you've been listening for a while, you may have heard, maybe they're going after the water on the lantana too. But Calvin had said, there'll be some more butterflies later. And, we got some more butterfly action on the yellow lantana that she's watering.
And look at all
and all the bees over here, yeah. That carpenter bee thing is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
so how many tubes do I need? I see it like
somehow I would go with odd numbers. Go seven or 9.
Oh, okay. They like sell
23.
them. I saw them online for like 120 pack or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I won't go that far.
Well, we could go that far, but you're just going to use them.
Okay.
On a different time, different years. You're going to use them. Over several year periods.
I didn't know that. Okay,
cool.
Then,
once they're used, then they want to find another place for a nursery.
Oh, okay. All right, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, or come on by and visit with us. It's always fun to talk to you in person, too. And Al just sent me a message. According to NOAA, no more rain chances for today.
Oh, really?
And that's what Al said.
You mean the 20% is down to 0, huh?
Yeah, that's what he's saying, yeah.
Yeah, well, the 20% is not that optimistic.
But it was something to hold on to. I got nothing now.
Sausage from Pruski's.
That's true. I can hold on to, I can assuage my pain with sausage from Pruski's. Maybe potato sausage, would that be a good one to?
Boy, I'll say.
Yeah. All right. 210-308-8867. What are some other things that we need to talk about right now? You want to talk about some of the peppers we have? You were talking about that yesterday.
So we have
and just like James too.
tables
Yeah, we can
of peppers. And we got serranos, we got jalapenos, we got Anaheims, we have Aladdin.
Yeah.
I practiced last
you
night.
Did good.
I practiced.
You did
last
well.
Night. Aladdin.
You got it right.
Yeah. And something special. We have jalapenos in 6-inch containers with flowers.
Oh, yeah.
With blooms, ready to go.
And let's see, how many months we got? Rest of August, September, October, half of December, half of November.
Right. So we were working, you and I were working on 60, maybe 70, 2 months. Yeah.
No.
70 days, maybe.
So you should get
it in. And then once we were talking about that, I said, we even have transplants of okra, but you got to get them in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a customer this morning that had a whole wagon full of
okra.
Good.
Oh, good.
And as I say, we got to get them in the ground right now at 100 degrees.
Yeah, let's see what the temperature is.
Really wonderful. They love it. They prefer that.
The hotter, the better for them.
Yep.
Well, peppers are not
peppers
too
are
far
the same
off
thing.
either.
That's why we're summertime plants for your vegetable garden are okra, peppers, and eggplant.
Oh,
is there any eggplant over there?
There wasn't any.
Oh,
but I just had to include it because that's normally what we do in the summertime.
I'm trying to see what
there were some zucchini transplants out there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know how your zucchini's doing.
Zucchini, it's kaput.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I could get some.
So I'll after the show, I'll point out to you where you
I'm still fighting for the Tatuma, but I think I've lost the battle.
I don't think you lost the battle. It's just you don't have the proper resources.
Maybe so. I've shamed myself in front of Bart. He tried. He tried to help me. But all right, 210-308-8867.
Well, if knowing Bart, you'll probably end up with some seeds again.
Oh, good.
Next
Thank
spring.
you, Bart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although he's off on a
okay.
trip. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, yes, summertime. We still have vegetables we can put in the vegetable garden.
Is there like a pepper society in San Antonio? That'd be kind of cool.
It could be.
Okay. If you're a member of the Pepper Society, call us at 210-308-8867.
Now,
they usually can't talk because their lips have been burned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now a lot of people have questions about the fertilization of the lawn.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, usually we recommend October 1st.
Yeah.
If the lawn is in good shape, green, because the chemistry of the lawn, our recommended lawn grasses changes in the fall. Instead of translating our nutrients that we put on the ground, fertilizer, into growth, we get it. Most of the nitrogen and other nutrients get stored, so that we have ready for a fast growth in the spring.
Oh yeah,
and so that's. But Mark and I had a kind of a discussion over the last couple of weeks, I think, and if your lawn. There's not anything magic about if your lawn is not in shape to utilize fertilizer because of the heat, So what that means is that it's not green, it's dormant, and some of our grasses can be dormant from the drought. Our zoysia and our Bermuda. Then you don't have to fertilize. I wouldn't fertilize if your lawn is not in green and in shape to utilize the nutrients.
What about... Oh, good. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So definitely
not.
No,
what about compost now?
No, I would still wait.
What about aeration now?
I would
still wait.
Still wait, but
I would wait too.
That was an interesting question on doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, but the
good night, everybody.
The aeration and the composters their effect is
They
so
help each other.
related.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's almost simultaneously.
Yeah.
We rather than giving specific months, we just go early spring and late fall.
February. February is a great month.
Yeah.
February and March. So
Okay. I think I still have some of the cow manure compost.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you have room to use it in your
in bed
vegetable garden?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
What's that?
You're bringing it into your bed? Is that what I heard you say?
I think Calvin said I need 2 inches in my bed or something like that.
Yeah, it'll keep you warm. I don't know what.
No, I tell you what it will do. It'll make the dog happy as can be. I've said this before: is that when the neighbors have put it all over their yard and do it really thick, we're walking, the dog is sniffing rolls. And walking. Oh, the dog flap on her back and whoa, yeah,
twisting.
She loves it.
Twisting the night away.
All right, so okay.
Those things we'd like to do when the weather conditions are less stressful.
And I'm not getting much growth. Is it beginning to become dormant? The grass, the lawn.
Well, it is. It's changing its chemistry. Yeah.
Okay. With the heat and the drought.
Well, also the fall. It does it. I think it's probably related to. Day length and everything too.
Okay.
But we found in our research at SAWS that usually 3 weeks. I'm sorry. The Bermuda, if water is withheld, will go into drought rather quickly. Soja a little bit longer, and then the St. Augustine. It won't go into dormancy, and that's the problem. It will continue to grow until if water is withheld for the entire period, it will then die.
Oh, so it either grows or dies.
Yes.
Ew. I didn't know that.
It's surprising it can put up with 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, but that was kind of interesting because people want to water one or more times a week, and we're going, no, you actually can withhold water for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
And it'll, it won't look as good as it will if you water every week, but it survives and is capable of recovering quickly if we do get if your 20% rain
would happen.
Yeah.
And your best sprinkler is you like the Whirlybird.
The 3 arms that spin around.
Less waste with that, and
that's I can adjust the speed and height, or not speed, but the amount and height speed that.
Because just by controlling the amount of water.
That's correct.
Okay. But how?
But that's one of my favorites. I like, but I want to say that the best way to water still is by hand.
Oh, okay. So I have a weird question on watering too. So if I'm using that sprinkler, my Whirlybird, and let's say I've got it all the way up. Okay. So it's whirling and happy as can be, but it doesn't quite go out as far as some of the other ones. I don't think, like the.
Yeah. The impact sprayer will be the furthest. We'll send the water the furthest.
Right. So how often should I move it, or should I do some tests with tuna cans to see how often I should move it? So if I get up at 5:00 tomorrow morning and do the
because Monday is your watering day.
Yes, it is. Sorry, yes. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes, I will tell you that is probably the tuna cans is the best, most accurate. But I will probably say that somewhere between 35 and 40 minutes.
Okay, otherwise it's too much.
Yeah, it will be less than an in-ground irrigation head. So an in-ground irrigation head is anywhere from 1.5 to 2.75 inches of water per hour.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We do inches per hour. And people always ask us, well, how many minutes do I have to run? I don't know. I have to figure out what the precipitation rate is.
Oh.
And then I will tell you how long to water it per the evapotranspiration data that comes in from our weather station and is reviewed by Texas A&M, and then originally was reviewed by me. And I would tell you 1 inch this week. Usually in August it was 3/4 of an inch to an inch per week.
I might try my...
And then I would have to know how what's your rate in order to tell you how many minutes. But in general, a rule of thumb, it was 20 inches, 20 to 25 inches for a half inch.
Okay.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Yes. What did it
20
say?
foot.
We said 20 inches. It's
I'm sorry.
It's okay. 20 minutes. Okay, I might try my tree hugger sprinkler again. That worked out well, and I moved it a lot because there was not a lot of waste. Elizabeth is on the line at 210-308-8867. What's going on, Elizabeth?
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for your program. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you calling.
Oh, thank you. Would you please discuss the best pruning practices for trees to preserve their natural beauty? Thank you.
Okay. Mark, is that... does it matter the tree, or...
No, what I would say is the less is more.
That's good, because some of my neighbors, with their mature, not vintage oaks, they cut them way up high, not like just 8 feet, but like 12 feet, and they look terrible.
Is it brush pickup time? Because in our neighborhood, is it, Elizabeth? I'm sorry.
It was just recently.
Yeah, I see crews come in, and they tend to butcher these trees.
You are correct.
So for some unknown reason, people think it's aesthetically better to strip out all the branches on the tree.
Yeah.
And no, it's not.
Good.
It's not aesthetically, well, to me, it's not aesthetically pleasant, but it's also damaging to the tree.
Yeah, I was wondering.
But you will either weaken the growth or allow sun scald on the thin bark species to come up, and then literally the cambium layer cooks, and you see these dark areas where the bark is falling off, or the hypoxylon gets into those areas.
Yeah.
So it is never good to strip out, or we like to say, who let the giraffes out? Yeah. It's also called poodle tailing. But yes, in all ways, it is bad.
Okay. You guys are great. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Call anytime.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You take care.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. What did you say? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So is this why going with a certified arborist to prune your trees is a good idea?
It's not always a guarantee, but it's always a good idea.
Okay. Because, I've seen...
They have been trained.
I've seen trees that have looked on Friday gorgeous, and they're really old trees and real tall, and then on Saturday, there's no limbs on them at all.
Well, it's
just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I've sent you pictures.
Yeah, yes, you have. And it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yes. Another reason is, folks, a tree gets its food from leaves.
Oh, that's true. So, the
less leaves you have, the less food the tree is going to make. The less food it has, the less ability to grow, to defend itself, to reproduce,
to handle stress.
Yeah.
Handle heat.
Yeah.
So but unfortunately, when they do brush pickup and stuff, because of oak wilt, it's also during one of the hottest or the coldest parts of the year.
Yeah,
so that's another reason not to take away all its.
Yeah, in the city, I'll give credit to the city. City has reorganized its brush pickup.
Oh, good.
And delayed it during February, March, which is the most serious time.
Oh,
March is the most serious time
what does that mean?
For the possibility of oak wilt.
Yeah. That was good.
This year there was plenty of dead wood for the with the freeze.
Yeah,
and it kind of sobered us all up to remind us that we don't have the best soil everywhere, and we don't have soil that's very suitable for pecans or oaks.
And we're still seeing damage from, I said 21 to an older fella, and he said 21? And I went, 20, 21.
Yes.
So we're still seeing damage from that on live oaks.
I think those sagos are just going to go. Anytime, Mark's going to be right. Poor Mark. It was only funny because it was very humid, and it kept changing every week. 90% are going to die next week. 70%, they're gone. 50%, I'm saying. Yeah. But they should have, but they didn't. The sagos must be tougher than we think. Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, one of my major mistakes.
That's okay, but it was very human because nobody knew. Nobody was predicting really with any accuracy. Yes, sir. Did you have something you wanted to add in real quick?
As long as we're talking about it, let's talk about crepe myrtles too.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
crepe myrtle.
Traditionally, well, one of the reasons that we plant crepe myrtles is that you can pick the variety that the final size, and you don't have to do shouldn't have to do a lot of severe pruning because you picked it to fit the location. Yes. So we don't have to. We shouldn't see as much of that really severe pruning on crepe myrtles. We should just get a little of the dead wood out of there and leave them to be.
Yeah, I was in River Road.
Okay.
This past
down by
week.
Brackenridge Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we had architect, builder asking, what are we going to do about these crepe myrtles right here? And I said, well, we should have, if you wanted 4 feet, yeah, you should have gotten the crepe myrtles 4 feet. And I looked at him and I went, because I knew the crepe myrtles were planted 30 years ago. And I said, yeah, we can lower them a little bit. We can reduce their height properly without topping. But he goes, oh, okay. Yeah. I said, it won't kill them. No, we'll try not to kill them.
When we moved here from New Orleans, we noticed the toughness of crepe myrtles because someone in the family in our yard backed into one and knocked it over. They backed into it hard, and so it went down. It broke in half.
And you pulled it immediately back up?
No, we tossed it thinking we had killed it. We didn't know, and the crepe myrtle just came back. Oh. But that's both the curse and the blessing of crepe myrtles is that people cut them and they come back but they don't cut them maybe how they should.
I think we had a caller yesterday or so who said, these are the size where it appears that the roots have been fossilized. And you've seen this. The root system is above ground, and it's so extensive and thick, it looks like it is a fossil sitting on top of the ground. But they will do that, particularly the Basham's Party Pink. That's the biggest one. That goes to 35 feet.
Yeah.
And you can see this around town, the really tall crepe myrtles with a kind of a lavender-looking leaf. Flower, rather.
Are any of them still blooming now?
Some are.
Some are still blooming?
Yeah, but they're mostly remnant blooming.
Yeah. Oh.
But we have to remind everybody, too, that these are they live a long time and they're full sun plants.
Yeah.
But usually 30 years after they've been planted, they're not always in full sun. And so we get a lot of questions about, well, why is it this used to bloom?
Yeah, it used to
bloom
be.
and
nothing's
why is
changed.
It blooming now?
Yeah. I still have all the same trees we haven't planted.
And a lot of them you can see where the sun, where it does get enough sun, that's where they bloom.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break. While we do, give us a call at 210-308-8867. More of Milberger's Gardening South Texas coming up live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery, 1604 on Boulevardy Road. Milton Glueck, Dr. Calvin Finch, Mark Peterson, and you after this on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening, South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Our buddy Chalmette Burt is on the line, going to talk to us about honeybees. What you got, Burt? Uh-oh, you there?
Are you there?
There you go. We got you. What's going on, man?
Okay, it's called the varroa mite. When I started studying beekeeping, that was the biggest threat to the European honeybees. I don't know how big it is here.
It was the major, like you said, the major concern for the collapse of the honeybee hive. Now they think it's a combination of many factors. The pesticide, the mite, possible management of the bees. That is,
the weather.
The weather, yeah.
Well, yeah, and that was the other thing. It was like the overspray of it was a pesticide which had nicotinides, I believe it's called.
Now you got it. Neonicotinoids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's a class. That's a whole big class of pesticides, so it encompasses a lot.
Yeah, because it's overspray. Because I learned that, too. It's like when people talk about planting organic plants, and if their neighbor has uses pesticides, they're getting pesticides in their garden, too. It's just overspray.
Yeah.
And some of them are also systemic. So I have to go through, and you want to look at each insecticide, want to know if it is a problem for bees. You look at the label carefully and use appropriately. But some of them are also systemic. Yeah.
I know about the parasitic wasp. You said the good plants to plant are lantana, and I can't remember the other. I know they're beneficial.
For the parasitic wasp?
Yeah.
He's thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that on that, but there are a host of parasitic wasps.
Yes, and they're little tiny.
Both.
Explain again what parasitic wasps are.
Yeah, so the wasps are actually laying eggs either on plant material or on caterpillars or other types of bugs. So these wasps are incredibly small, and they're laying eggs into like a caterpillar. And he will eat the the larva will eat the caterpillar from the inside. So that's what the trichogramma wasps do.
The trichogramma, yeah. And then
trichogramma.
Do they still sell the little things that you put on the tree for the trichogrammas?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had them here for a while.
Yeah, I remember that was a big push, I think, when you were...
many years ago.
2 millennium ago.
Yeah. A millennium.
And I wanted to say, I heard you talk about hornets, too, and I can tell you about ground hornets.
Yes. Evil.
Because yes, very evil. When we sat down one time when I was on a patrol in upstate New York, and you said usually down here the blueberries only grow to the size of a shrub, but this son of a gun was like 20 feet tall. And we just sat down underneath the blueberry tree to take a break and take a rest. And I'm telling you, these ground hornets come out and just stung all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, so that I can tell you that story is true. Not only from experience, but so blueberries grow in sand primarily.
Oh, and then
the hornets are they're digging in the easiest soil, sand. And so, I can see it right off happening. Yeah, so some of the older high bush varieties did grow up that tall. Most of all the blueberries right now, they're like 6 foot at the most.
Yeah, there's lots of different choices.
Hey, Bert, can I ask you a question? What's that? Real quick.
Okay, I wanted to say for garden preparation, if you got clear plastic, it's called biosolarization. that's what I use instead of just like trying to strip all the grass away or anything like that. I just put down a clear piece of plastic or a black piece of plastic over the soil area that I'm going to prepare for a garden bed, and you leave it for like a week or so in this hot sun here, and all the grass is gone.
It just cooks everything?
It does.
Damn, Marcus.
I was just saying, some of my coworkers over at Saws, they like paper and cardboard.
No.
And no. I don't. I'll just say, yes, it's useful in certain circumstances. But I like Bert's method.
No,
if I had the ability and it was a small enough piece, that works fabulous.
So, Bert, could I use a black trash bag and nail it? Oh.
It's got to be clear.
Oh, I thought he said black was okay.
No. That's a mistake. Clear is the best.
Where do I get clear? Well, I guess I can just get...
You can get it at Home Depot or more like call around.
Okay.
Well, we used to have it here at Milberger's.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Well, maybe we still do. I'll check. Hey, Bert, were you the one that was talking about using the egg cartons for seeds?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you do, because I got egg cartons now.
I get egg cartons, the cardboard ones, and I just fill them with a little potting soil in each one, and I put a seed in each one.
Right.
And I water it. The cardboard holds the water.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I got clear plastic ones.
Yeah. No.
Is that going to be an issue?
Yes, it will be.
Oh, shoot. Doggone it.
The old-fashioned cardboard. Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I had to go back in my memory banks.
All right.
And pull that out, but yeah.
So my plastic ones will not work.
And it works. The cardboard one works also very well for avocado seeds.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, am I punching a hole in the bottom?
Nope. I just cut the tops of them off, and I just put the little potting soil in them and just water them.
Okay.
And put this.
What were you going to say, Calvin?
Oh, the cardboard is
the key.
Lets it move through.
All right.
You don't want to fill too much water in there.
Oh, okay.
No. I just sprinkle it. I just sprinkle them.
Yeah, I have that mist on my thing. Is that a good one? All right. Do you use eggs in cardboard boxes? Oh,
no.
We go to Costco. I don't think they have the cardboard boxes. They just got the clear ones. Rats. Well, okay, I'll have to go to H-E-B and get some eggs.
Try H-E-B. H-E-B got them.
Okay.
Central Market.
All righty. Thank you, sir.
You guys have a great week.
You too, man. We'll talk to you later.
Always.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, it is always a pleasure, Bert. All right, 210-308-8867. We got about a little less than 3 minutes left. What else do we need to talk about? And I missed it. Did you go to the Men's Garden Club?
No.
That was on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remembered at 7:30.
Okay, you need these. You're going to go through a lot of string, my friend.
Yes. I was just thinking about that. I need to have.
Okay. Anything coming up
just
with
like Uncle Bailey?
Yeah, and it slipped my mind until Friday. It was like, I wanted. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was nervous. I had to get a root canal, so it was like, I don't want to get a root canal. Let's see. Anything coming up meeting-wise that you know of?
I always like to remind everybody, go to the Garden Volunteers South Texas website to look at the Go Gardening videos. And if you're a YouTuber, you can go to YouTube.
And look at the old ones. Okay, what's the next one going to be on? Can you tell us?
I'm deciding today. We're in email conversations to figure that out.
Do we get to vote?
No.
Okay. What are our choices?
But some of the topics we've talked about today.
Oh, today, okay.
These will be for September. So a lot of the topics we're talking about today, the pre-emergent preparation.
All right. Good. That's a good topic. When do you write about that? That'd be a good one.
I think we already have written about it.
Okay. When's your next article?
What's your next article? Saturday is going to be fall vegetables.
Ooh, that'll be great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll look forward to talking about that then. All right. Anything else, Calvin, that you got that you want to know?
Just to remind everybody that the article this Saturday and Sunday was the
butterflies
and milkweed. Just kind of a progress report, and identification of the main butterflies that are out there now and what they're doing in terms of laying eggs and where they're laying eggs.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we are going to... Yes, sir? Did you have something else?
Everyone remember to appropriately water.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean a lot of mulch. That means water before the mulch.
Water before the mulch. All right. And I got a beef about sprinklers and people watering, too, but I won't get into that. All righty. All right, we'll say goodbye for today. Thanks to Al for doing a great job. I'm Milton Glueck. Of course, thanks to you for listening. And you know what? We're back here next week. Come visit us. And I hope that lady calls us back. When is she going to call us back? All right, we'll find out next week with the figs.
Depends on what response you get.
Okay. See you then on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.